Hi, Grade 4. Our second lesson on poetry will be on the haiku poem. A haiku poem originates from Japan, and it consists of 3 lines. Each line contains a different amount of syllables. When an author puts their thoughts together and completes each line 1 will equal 5 syllables, line 2, 7 syllables, and line 3, 5 syllables. None of these lines have a rhyming pattern. Haiku poems are generally written about nature. Here are some examples of what haiku poems can be written on: a tree, a butterfly, rain, a bluebird, a rainbow, or even the 4 seasons. Let's take a closer look at the pattern of a haiku poem. Line 1 is 5 syllables and it introduces the subject. Line 2 has 7 syllables and it describes the subject in a little more detail. And line 3. This is 5 syllables and it is a short phrase that describes what the subject is doing. Here are a few examples of haiku poems. Remember, they're all written about nature. Trees. Trees sway in the breeze. The wind gently blows the leaves. Leaves swirl to the ground. Beaches. Sand scatters the beach. Waves crash on the sandy shore. Blue water shimmers. And summer. Sun shining on me. Relax on the hot sand. Enjoy an ice cream. Sometimes it is tricky to write a haiku poem. You might not get the right amount of syllables on your first try and will have to keep trying to match the syllable pattern of 5, 7, 5. Sometimes this means including some words, and other times it means taking some words out. It also means that your lines will not be complete sentences, however short phrases. Let's take a look at the following haiku poem. Birds are so talented, singing a song sweetly, always in tune. Now that I have written my thoughts down for my haiku poem, I need to go back and count the syllables. Let's start with line number 1. I'm going to snap for each syllable that I say. Birds are so talented. How many snaps did you hear? I heard 6. Therefore, I have 6 syllables in that line, and I only need 5 syllables. That means I need to go back and take a word or words out from that line. Let's see. I know that so is 1 syllable. Therefore, I'm going to take that one word out of that line. Now we need to double check that line 1 does equal 5 syllables. Let's snap and see. Birds are talented. I counted 5. Looks like that line is complete. Now for line number 2. Singing a song sweetly. That time I counted 6 syllables. I know that line 2 requires 7 syllables. So that means I'm going to have to add a word. I have to think of a word that would have 1 syllable. How about the word so? Let's try this one now. Singing a song so sweetly. That time I heard 7 snaps. That means line number 2 has been completed. And line number 3. Always in tune. How many did you count for this line? I heard 4. Once again, I'm short 1 syllable. Therefore, I have to think of a word that's going to add 1 more syllable to that line. This time, I can't think of 1 word to add so that this phrase makes sense. Therefore, I have to go back and think of how I'm going to reword the phrase in line number 3. How about I go with never out of tune? Let's see if I have 5 syllables in that phrase. Never out of tune. I think I've got it. I heard 5 snaps. Therefore, my third line is complete. Please listen to the following story called Dog Coo, written by Andrew Clements, illustrated by Tim Bowers. The entire story is told with a whole bunch of haikus put together. Follow along and stop the video a few times to see how the author is following the syllable pattern. Remember, line 1 will have 5 syllables, line 2 7 syllables, and line 3 5 syllables.
This story is called Dog Coo. It's written by Andrew Clements and illustrated by Tim Bowers. There on the back steps, the eyes of a hungry dog. Will she shut the door? First food, then a bath. The food was a lot more fun. Still, it all feels good. Morning brings children, hugs, licks, barking, and laughing, warmer than sunshine. A dog needs a name. Rags? Mutt? Pooch? No, not Rover. Mooch. Yes, Mooch. Perfect. Loud, fast, and crazy. Food, coats, then the front door slams. Mooch hates the school bus. First, arf arf, then woof. Soon, arf arf, then woof woof woof. Mooch has nice neighbors. Nose out the window, ears flapping, hair pushed straight back. Adventures in smell. The house is quiet. No kids, no mom, and no food. What's a dog to do? Chew on dirty socks? Roll around in week old trash? Ah, that's much better. Squirrel sits in tree. Mooch sits below, looking up. Who has more patience? Sun all morning long, a deep, cool drink of water, shade all afternoon. Scratch, sniff, eat, yawn, nap. Dreams of rabbits and running. Could life be sweeter? The sound of children. That's what was missing all day. Mooch loves the school bus. Family meeting. There are words and words and words. Did someone say pound? Dad puts on his coat, and then the sound of a car. It doesn't look good. It's the car again, and then footsteps at the door. Will this be goodbye? A new doggy bed, food, a bowl, a squeaky toy. Mooch has found his home.
Now it is time for you to write your own haiku poem. Remember, think of a topic that deals with nature and then follow the pattern of the 3 lines. Line 1 is 5 syllables, line 2 is 7 syllables, and line 3 is 5 syllables. When you're done writing, you can either snap or clap the syllables in each line to see that you have fit that pattern. Good luck, have fun, and we can't wait to read them.